In today's weekly recap, we're looking at not only the top rookie cards to chase in 2025 Top Series 1, but also some big problems we're seeing with that set, plus Ted Williams' last month's grading trends, and we're going to give away a box of cards somewhere in the middle of this episode. Yeah, there's a plot twist for you. But first, here's the intro. So full disclosure, we talked about this article a little bit last week, but I wanted to look at it again, mainly so I could use it in the thumbnail, and since Top Series 1 just came out, it's a little bit more relevant now. People are actually ripping the product, so here's a breakdown of all the good rookies that you should be after. Nicole does a great job breaking them down into tiers, as always, and we have two people in the top tier, both of which are for the Nationals, James Wood and Dylan Cruz, the prospects turned rookies that have been making some headlines for about a year now. Cruz, obviously, national champion while he was at LSU, and he's been an exciting prospect for a long time with a lot of eyes on him. It's a pretty shallow rookie class. Kobe Mayo and Jacob Wilson are the only guys in Tier 2, but in general, there's some of the best value can be found if you happen to find somebody outside of the, top couple tiers, and these people hit. So you might be able to buy some of these guys in tiers 3 and 4 very, very affordable. Here's a breakdown, obviously, of the top guys. I think we did tiers 1, 2, and 3. Oh, she highlighted some people in tier 4 and tier 3 as well. She's the hardest working human, I swear. But if you're interested in learning more about these prospects and why we believe in them, be sure to see that. And if you get your hands on a box of Series 1 that you're ripping, be sure to check with this list to know who you're after. Now, speaking of Top Series 1, there's some issues with Top Series 1. And honestly, Shai was on a metaphorical heater in this episode. Let's turn to the text. I don't even want to share my own thoughts on it because his metaphors made me laugh. They're too great. The parallel lineup reads like a Baskin-Robbins menu designed by someone who's never eaten ice cream. You've got advanced stats, Independence Day, and even enough rainbow variants to make a unicorn jealous. But here's the real kicker, with print runs higher than a Little League's pitch count, even the number parallels are losing their luster faster than a Chrome card left in the sun. This is, if you're an English teacher doing like 9th grade literature, this article right here, this is what you should point to as your case study on metaphorical brilliance. Look at this, we had two metaphors in that one sentence and they both are just so funny to me. Don't worry, we're not done. The odds of pulling something meaningful are lower than the Marlins' playoff chances. And if you were hoping that the design was really solid, don't worry, those black hexagon chips on the card backs are actually chipping faster than a Little League pitcher's confidence. Topps, a company that has been making baseball cards since Harry Truman was in office, somehow approved a design element that is as durable as a sandcastle at high tide. There's quite a few more, and I'm not going to read them all to you, but the takeaway here is that the quality control's out of control. There's so many parallels that they're losing their appeal. It's kind of, I've said this before about Optic and Panini Prism products, is just when they have 70 different parallels, it's not nearly as attractive to try to scoop them up. Because even, the short print ones are less attractive because there's so many of them. For example, Prism Football this year had like 3 or 4 one-of-ones for every single player. So, like, which one-of-one do you chase, And Shai says all that here, but he kind of wrote it as if Willy Wonka was reviewing sports cards, and I'm here for it. It's phenomenal. So, little plot twist, we're going to do the giveaway in the middle of the video this time, because just looking at viewership, it seems like a lot of you guys start the video, go to the end immediately to see if you won the box, and don't watch the rest of it. So we're going to mix it up here, and this week's winner is Cab's card, so congrats, Cabs. Looks like you're breaking some cards on stream, so send me an email, jesse@cardlines.com. Let me know what your favorite sport is to collect. I will send you a box to break, and then if you post it, tag us. I'll come watch and comment, and we'll have some fun. Alright, back to the regular scheduled content. Alright, Ted Williams. We did a top 9 cards of Ted Williams review. So, it's a breakdown who Ted Williams was, 2-time AL MVP, I believe. That's correct. And he is a legendary Hall of Famer. If you're looking to invest in Hall of Fame cards, it's usually a pretty safe investment. So, these cards break down his 1939 rookie cards and many other Ted Williams cards that you should consider buying. Typically, as you know, when you invest in somebody who's no longer playing, those cards gain value as they become older and therefore more desirable, more rare. So this will break down all the cards with some reasons, some insights, and some prices on which ones you should probably chase. And I will leave it to you to go figure out what the best Ted Williams card is. Now, this is a fun article, always. Sports Card Grading Trends Report for February 2025. This is another one where Shy is not quite as linguistically fun because it's a little bit more numbers crunching, but it's always an insightful article. So basically what happens is he goes to, I think, GymRate and a few other sites and compiles not only information about what was being graded last month, but pulls some big picture trend analysis out of the numbers. So that's real fun. So TCG was up last month by 3%. But there's hope for everybody who invests in athletes instead of Charizards. It looks like all the baseball, basketball, football, big three sports were up double figures, so that's good. Non-sports cards are down 24%. I'm not even sure what that entails, but just looking at the numbers that were being graded by PSA last month, seems like baseball, basketball, and football are all making a rally, and for the first time in a while, collectively, they're even to TCG. It's still crazy to me that there's more TCG cards being graded than basketball, football, and baseball combined, but suit yourself, it's whatever people like to invest in. They're probably safer investments somehow. Top grading companies, PSA once again crushed the competition. BGS is still on life support. They just opened up something abroad. I think they opened up a European grading center, so maybe they're trying to fight for some of the market share over there. But just in general, it's a rough time to be BGS. PSA did over twice as many as the rest of the companies combined, and just positive overall trends. Everybody was up. Even PSA with their monster month was up 7%. As always, this article is going to break down graded eras, top players that were graded, top sets that were graded. It looks like Wemby, Shohei, Michael Jordan, Paul Skeens, and Caitlin Clark rounded out the top 5. TCG characters. Pikachu's making a rally, I guess. I always thought it was Charizard for whatever reason. I think Pikachu's the main character, but Charizard's the more popular one, I guess. So there's that. Combine them all. Victor Wembanyama lost to 2 Lizards. Top graded sets for January 2025 was Select Football and Topps Now Baseball. Topps Now has been crushing it on these lately, whether it's the Shohei cards or just anything that they're dropping. They've been doing so many print-on-demand cards, and people are grading them for whatever reason. I don't really know if that makes them more valuable, but in theory, since they're not rattling around inside a hobby box for a long time, maybe they're at least in better condition. And then finally, Topps Chrome Football is coming out. I talked about this in a full video review that I encourage you to watch, so I don't want to break it down too much for the sake of the weekly recap, but what you should know is the autograph checklist is very shallow, and the card checklist is very shallow. There's not a whole lot of active players that are actually in the checklist, so if you're hoping to pull a nice low-numbered refractor of Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, don't buy this product because they're not in it at all. Yes, we have rookie autographs of Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. All those guys are going to be represented in this product, and Tom Brady signed as well. But the autograph checklist is just nothing too exciting unless you pull. There's 100 total rookies, and there's about 10 of them that are going to be, reasonably valuable. Obviously, the top 4 quarterbacks that I listed here did not sign at all for Panini, but the quarterbacks that signed for Panini, namely Michael Penix Jr. and J.J. McCarthy, aren't in this set at all. So Topps really built a whole checklist around the 4 big first-round quarterbacks they had exclusively. So do with that as you will. Thanks for watching this video. Hope it taught you something. Have a good week. We got some cool videos scheduled for next Monday and Wednesday, and then I'll be back Friday with another weekly recap. See you then.